KPRC2, this is Houston Newsmakers with Cambrell Marshall.
From voting rights to the Select Committee investigating the January 6th insurrection to state politicians drawing new congressional district maps that create stronger positions for Republicans, there is a lot happening on the political scene that we need to talk about. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee continues to have a front row seat and is in some of that activity on behalf of the constituents of the 18th Congressional District, a district that seemed to be in danger of being redrawn in ways that would have put even her home outside of it by the Texas House and Senate in their proposal for redistricting. Good morning, Congresswoman Jackson Lee. Those changes in your district were taken out of the plan, but really when you think about it, all bets are off, is it not, when it comes to a party in power and their ability to redraw those districts?
You're absolutely right, and obviously all bets are off. This is a Republican plan, and already many lawsuits have been filed. I am glad that, along with my colleague, Congressman Al Green, we stayed united to ensure that the constituents that we represented would be first and foremost in our mind. We were not looking to partisanship or politics. We're focused on representation. And so we went to both the state Senate and the House to speak articulately and firmly to ensure that the constituents were well represented and that they had an opportunity to choose a person of their choice, and also to reflect on the court decisions that said the 9th Congressional District and the historic 18th Congressional District, which I hold, the Barbara Jordan District, was in fact a protected district so that voters who had been deprived before could be able to vote. Now, with those lawsuits and many others being filed, we're still in jeopardy as relates to what the next steps will be. We hope that what will happen is that more people will be able to be represented, including the increased population of people of color and Latinos, Hispanics obviously need to be represented more, and we look forward to that alongside of representing many other vulnerable communities and communities of interest that I happen to represent. The
bottom line, of course, is for either party to get people to get out and vote. And one of the things that you deal with now, you're pushing to try to get the Voting Rights Act passed into law, reauthorization of that. How important is that to be done with the history of what's gone on in our state and across the country and what's happening right now across the land?
I've been involved with the reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act for the decades that I've had the opportunity and privilege to be active and engaged in politics and service. And then, of course, as a member of the Judiciary Committee, I helped reauthorize the past reauthorization, which really was passed during the George W. Bush administration with 98 members of the Senate and 400 and some members of the House. The point is that that is a crucial piece of legislation, along with the Freedom to Vote Act. You just saw this week that the Republicans in the Senate refused to join Joe Manchin's modified version of the Freedom to Vote Act. And so I think what President Biden said last evening, I have supported consistently. The filibuster is not a statute. It is not part of the Constitution. It is only a rule. It's a rule such as stand in this line, walk to this open window, make sure your car lights are on in the dark. That's a rule, partly a statute, partly a law, an ordinance as relates to driving. But in any event, they can be changed. In this instance, the filibuster can be changed. It has been used to deprive rights of individuals over the decades. And so I am hoping that with the president's indication that voting is consequential, the debt limit is consequential, that these will not be subject to the filibuster, and we will move quickly. If we had had the John Robert Lewis bill in place, the bill or the map that was drawn previously, and maybe even this map, would not have been approved because it would have to be pre-cleared by the Justice Department. But that's representation.
Let's talk about getting through Congress. You talked about getting that through Congress. It's a challenge right now to get through the president's Build Back Better agenda through both houses of Congress when the optics are that the Democrats can't even get it together to get it to the desk. I mean, the Democrats have always been known to be diverse and a lot of, not infighting, but a lot of conversation. But how important is it for you to get something done in order to get the deck cleared for the 2022 elections?
I'm glad you asked me that question, and I hope also I'll be able to speak on one or two local issues, if I might. But let me be clear. The one thing you have with Democrats is that we know how to govern. We raised the debt limit with 0 to none support from our friends on the other side of the aisle, even though Leader McConnell raised the debt limit under the former president of the United States. We have provided a pathway out of the pandemic with the passage of our American Rescue Act and the CARES Act. That was Democrats. One thing that we do is that we are transparent. I'm a vice chair of the Progressive Caucus. Everything we've done has been out in the open. What the American people should understand is that our fight is for them. This is like mashed potatoes, but it is transparent. It is legislating. It is for the American people to see that we're not the despot of Russia. We're not being told what to do. You're in the middle of the negotiations with us. You know that we want you to get child care. You know the universal kindergarten, fixing Medicare with more benefits, or providing for those suffering in 12 states not having, as working families, options to health care. We want the federal Medicaid. We want to make sure you have clean air, clean water, no lead in the pipes, and broadband. So this is nothing that I am in any way stepping back from. I'm glad this is happening. I believe we're in near hours of getting this deal done. We know that the numbers will change, but this will be a seismic, significant contribution to the quality of life and the rights of the American people. And for Texans, you're going to be getting clean water. You know, I worked on the cancer clusters in Fifth Ward, getting that lead out of water, working to give you better health care, in addition, fix your roads and bridges, but broadband. So Houston and Texas, this mashed potatoes, this transparency is going to be beneficial to you.
Mashed potatoes. I never heard it put like that, but you're nothing if you're not optimistic, as you always are. We have more with Congresswoman